Hey, yo, what's up, guys? Your boy Ed from Savij. You already know. Today's video is gonna be a good one. I've been playing Spright again. Kind of sad. It's definitely not the same ever since Elf has left us, of course. But it's still a deck that you guys can definitely still play. There's just a lot of different versions of Spright, of course. You guys have seen me upload Spright Brave, Spright Dinos, Pure Spright. It's just crazy amounts of endless versions even now. Cash Hero Spright, of course, Spright Runic, which is the one I hate the most. But there's just so many versions to Spright, and I'm playing Spright Brave in this deck. This is going to be what the deck profile is, but I decided to also play DPE into the package, into the deck, into the mix. DPE is kind of nice. Not a lot of people expected it. I ran into some people who were either new at locals or just came back to locals after a while. I had if you guys watch my stream, I had a match where like some guy didn't know what like DPE did. That was cool. It's actually kind of nice having to explain DPE to people who don't know what DPE does, because it's kind of bonkers. There's a reason why Fusion Destiny went to 2, of course, and now it being back at 3 is just crazy. I also had a match on my stream. If you guys want to go watch it, it was from today is the 24th, Friday, so the 23rd. So February 23rd, if you guys want to watch that stream. It was funny because I had a match where a Runic player, or I think I was like dueling against one of my buddies for fun in between rounds. He Runicked the top 3 cards out of my deck. He banished them, and 2 of them were Fusion Destinies after I had already used a Fusion Destiny. So that was kind of nice. I was like, yeah, thanks. You know, I don't get to draw this anymore, which was really cool. It was really funny. I actually really appreciated that. But the deck is fire. The deck is gas. It has endless ways to continue boarding, making things. The one thing that I can say is that I'm trying to figure out just the best extra deck for me. I feel like the extra deck isn't necessarily super tight, but I feel like there are some things that as a specific type of player, the way that you play, there will be certain things that are going to be staple. So I am going to go super in depth with what I can get into super in depth with, and I'm going to explain why I play certain things. Let's go ahead and get into it. Before we continue with today's video, don't forget to go check out my sponsors from Dank Rituals. They have some of the coolest playmats, deck boxes, oversleeves, even dice. They just came out with their brand new travel bag, and it is beautiful. I love it, and you guys will definitely love it yourselves. Make sure you guys click the link down in the description to go check them out. All right, guys, getting started off with the main part of the deck profile. I do want to say before I do get started that there are just so many engines in this deck. Like, I am literally playing so many different things that allow me to play the game. I feel like I have so many pushes sometimes. It's kind of crazy. If I open up Bright, that's a push. Sorry about that. If I open up a normal summon, that can specifically be a level 2, for that I don't need an effect. If it was with right or normal summon level 2 for right, without right, then and then all the specials, and then the starter or the Fusion Destiny. That's like, it feels like 4 to 5. Like, it's kind of crazy, and I really like it. But it's kind of goo. I really enjoy it. All right, guys, getting started, of course, with the first part of the main deck being the first couple of monsters. Something that I don't normally do is show off like engine by engine. I just like showing off all monsters, all spells, all traps. And starting off, of course, we're gonna start off with the monsters, the Spright part of the monsters. And we have, of course, 3 Spright blues. Can't be a Spright deck without Spright blues, of course. It's definitely it's a lot more important now to be able to blue and actually special your jet, because you don't always want to go red anymore, because it's just a lot that you will be negging if you don't necessarily add that like spell or trap, of course, that you need from deck. And I am playing a trap in this deck, so Spright card that you're going to be able to see. You guys already know what it is. Continuing on, of course, second best monster in the deck, Spright card wise, of course, Jet. There's just so many really good cards in this deck that you can't ever just say, yeah, this is the best or the second best. I just feel like second best Spright monster. Jet, of course, has a lot more value now because You don't, I think that the way that Elf helped people play before was for the people who did not have good resource management, or the people who are playing Spright now are people who are getting better at resource management or have really good resource management. I think it's gonna be super important to be able to play this card. I do have some couple of cards that I kind of want to talk about in tech on the side and show you guys what I kind of wanted to play and see how this deck might change in the future. Thinking maybe playing 60 cards further on, but seeing what happens. I definitely don't want to open up a handful of nothing, but of course, Sprites. Continuing on, the one card that I recently just upped in my deck was, of course, Spright Red, and I think it helps out because they're just honestly free special summons. Can't ever say no to free special summons. I do want to find a way to just be able to play more engine, well, not necessarily engine, I'm sorry. I want to play other engines that are free special summon engines to the field, stuff that would help me out like that. I want to figure it out. I want to be able to get to it and maybe incorporate those later on. But so far, 3, 3, and 2 have worked out a lot better for me. But by playing 2 red, it doesn't mean that I've cut Carrot. I am still playing Carrot, and it's actually really nice when you just open up Carrot and just top deck it or something, and you're playing against like somebody with a bunch of back row or stuff. If you guys go through my live and you guys watch me play, I literally had so many cards that I've ended and negated and whatnot just through Carrot itself. Continuing on, of course, that's it for all the Spright monsters. I'm not playing Pixies. I'm not playing more Carrots. It's just 3, 3, 2, 1. It's a little different because I've added the 1 red, but it's still nevertheless very nice. Continuing on with, I do play the 3 Water Enchantress, and I feel like Water Enchantress just has so much value in this deck, and it's one of the reasons why I didn't want to play Spright by themselves, because activating the effect of Faithful Adventure to add a monster from deck to hand and then discarding a card just makes this so much nicer. There's a couple of stuff in the whole deck that allow me to discard cards every now and then, and it actually makes it very nice for me to be able to have specific cards like, of course, Angler, and discard those. Continuing on, I do play the 1 Griffin. Let me see, can we put it all together? I do play the 1 Griffin. All you really need is just that 1 negate. If you are playing through more and your opponent is just like straight up savaging you, it's gonna be really sad. I had, what was it, on my stream I had a match where I set up a really nice board. I think it was like Griffin with token, IP Masquerena, a Link 2, and I think that might have been it. Maybe like a giant on the field or something. I can't remember quite well. But it was really annoying because my opponent activated a Dark Hole. I tried chaining Griffin. I was like, you know, he's baiting me out with a Dark Hole. I have to do it. And then he droplet it. That hurt a lot. That hurt a lot. I think that was like my round 1 of my of my live that day on the 23rd, February 23rd. So go watch it, guys. Made me kind of want to cry. Continuing on, I think these are all the really big engines in the deck that are just super important. These are definitely huge engines. I think that the Spright deck itself, not engine, it's a deck, but then the Brave package, of course, smaller engine, not as many cards as you do have in Spright. Continuing with the 1 card that I just cannot seem to ever cut out of any Spright deck that I built now, ever since like, what was it? Maybe like a couple of months back now, is Cyber's Gadget. Cyber's Gadget is hands down one of the strongest cards this whole deck has. It's nasty. Being able to normal summon your gadget, not having to use effect because you're under Brave package, of course. You ride it that turn and then you can't normal summon effect, right? But you just link away to make Karibo, Linkaribo, sorry, my fault. And then you use Cyber Gadget's effect to special a level 2 token. Plain and simple. I had one of my opponents on my match in my live try to Book of Eclipse after my special summon of blue, because I had a token and I special blue, blue effective resolve, he goes, Book of Eclipse, and I was like, it's a level 2 token, dude. And tokens can't go face down, by the way. A lot of people really need to know that tokens cannot go face down. That's really important. And then I just special jet and continued on with my combo. Super nice. Moving on, of course, the one thing that I have been playing heavily is, of course, the 3 swap frogs. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I had a theory of what I wanted this deck to be from Wednesday night. I grabbed all my cards, I put them in a box, and then I threw like extra cards in there, and I was just like, you know, let's see what happens, right? I built the deck the night before, went to locals Thursday night, topped with the deck, and the deck is gas. Swap Frog helps you so much. Faithful Adventure, Swap Frog, and then there's an extra deck Link monster that allows you to discard a card, which is nasty. Like, discarding Angler gets you combo. Just know that. Continuing on, of course, Beaver. Beaver is just a good, it's a good card. I won't say necessarily the best normal summon in the deck, because I think Cyrus is definitely the best normal summon, but it's a really good normal summon in the deck. And yeah, continuing on with Angler, one of the best just throwaway cards in this deck. Like, it's crazy. You don't ever normal summon it, you don't ever effect a special summon it, you just discard it or send it from deck to grave and you get combo going. It's nasty, it's nice. One thing that I threw in here and I have not used at all was the Caligo Claw Crow. This card is funny. For the people who don't know, if I control a dark monster, I can special summon this card from my hand. I can only special summon itself once this way. Once per turn this way. It's funny. I just like it because I thought that it would help going like Spright, and then itself, because all sprites are dark, of course, except for like, I think red and carrot or fire, but irrelevant. What I'm trying to say is blue, jet, the important ones are darks, and that's nice. I like that a lot. Continuing on, those are just some of the stuff that I play in this deck. I still have a long list more for monsters. One of those monsters, of course, being Hyperia. I have to drink water. Let's see. I'm upset that this freaking reptile is not a water. I really wished that he was a water. It would just make the deck so much nicer. Just saying it. I think I used the effect of him to draw a card once, like in the whole tournament. If I'm lying, you guys can go watch it on my stream. I might have used it twice. That was it. This is a card just like Clockrow that it's irrelevant. It's literally taking a spot in this deck that can be cut. I think that it might be cut because if I ever special summon out anything else from deck that's a level 2, and it's not a Spright monster, of course, it's going to be Homegirl Ibly. A lot of branded decks don't really have an out to this, and if they are already getting smart about it, they are already citing stuff in to out this card. So for the time being that people aren't necessarily fully prepared for this, you play this card. It's a good card, lock people out, and if they die because of this, they die. Of course, because we are playing DPE, you were playing Dasher and Celestio. Not much to say here, self-explanatory. The last 3 monsters, though, are my only hand traps in this deck. And I am playing 3 main deck Ash Blossoms. I decided to play Ash even over Imperm. I had to double check. I just think that this deck is kind of good at breaking boards. Just gonna put it out there, kind of good. So you can go second, but it's a go first deck, of course, right? But if you do go second, and you opened up Ash, Branded Fusion Ash, scoopity scoop. Ash is really good. I hate Branded. I hate Despia decks. I hate all these players. My girlfriend plays the deck too. You know, a little bit of hate there. You know how it is. But it's just not a card that it's not a deck that I enjoy playing against. So if I can play Ash, and if I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. And I try to break board, and if not, scoopity scoop and go to game 2. Continuing on with our spells, of course, there's just so many good spells in this deck that you have to limit yourself sometimes, and I really want to play 60 cards, but I hate the idea of having to play 60 cards. I don't think you need to, but if I can find other engines that just free special level 2s to the field, I'm gonna have to play 60 cards. But one of the cards that will be up to 3 will of course be Wright. Wright just recently got announced to get a reprint coming up soon, pretty shortly, so it's cool, whatever. I have a French copy, so I'm not getting rid of mine, but if anybody wants to maybe, you know, flip some CRs this way, let me know. It's cool. It's a complete joke. Moving on, of course, besides the 2 Wrights, I am playing the 1 Faithful Adventure and the 1 Dracoback to, of course, piggyback off of the deck. I think that the deck is just really nice, that it just doesn't need to have 3 Wrights at this point. Sometimes wanting to open up Wright is really nice, but oh my god, opening up multiple Wrights hurts my soul. It doesn't hurt my soul as much as opening up like a Dracoback with nothing else that is like Faithful or like Brave, or opening up that 1 Faithful Adventure, and then it's just like, okay, you're either going to get a free Griffin special summon on board, or you're going to get your Dracoback added to your hand now, and you're going to get your Wright added to your hand now because you're going to add Water Girl, discard it, add Wright, and then you're chilling with the Wright, you're chilling with the Dracoback, and that's it. Because you do not get your negate. You can't Griffin. There's no way that you get both the Griffin and the token out on the board. So those are all really big downfalls of this deck. And it happened to me once or twice. But what you do here is that you activate Faithful, you normal summon something, you add Dracoback, you search Water Girl, discard Water Girl, add Wright, and now you have both in hand, and you're good to go. It's literally what it is. If not, you have full combo, you can special the token, and then do other shenanigans. Don't special the token. Save your token, follow up, make a negate, get Griffin on the board, right? That's how it is. Now, the next card, of course, you got to play 3 Fusion Destinies. I think Fusion Destiny is just so nice. You can do so much. I think there was a board where I ended on, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure I had Toad, IP, and I think it was either the Wujinki or the Marinson's Link 2, and the Fusion Destiny, or DPE, of course. That was nice. I enjoyed that a lot. I hadn't played DPE in forever, and I was getting some props from people for playing cards that just hadn't been played in forever, which is kind of funny, right? Continuing on, a lot of people have been playing, of course, the 3 starters, and I've decided to play 2. Of course I haven't. So you're going to play 3 starters because starter is rich. Starter is so good, and now that the card has gone up, people have realized, oh my god, why didn't I have more copies of them? Or why was I only playing 2 and then I don't have a 3rd? I've caught people like that at locals. It's kind of funny. Starter is a 3 of, mandatory now, especially now. And it does lock you from being able to Fusion Destiny, of course. So does Giant. But if you're smart and you're good, you're either going to Giant and set up a negate, or you're going to set up DPE and have a pop on the field. DPE does out Fenrir. For the people who do not know that, DPE outs Fenrir. You guys can see it on my stream. I had an IP Masquerena with another monster on the field and DPE. He goes special Fenrir. I go DPE to pop Fenrir. He goes, cool. He goes normal unicorn, because I think he went birth normal unicorn, and I was like, IP unicorn, bounce your unicorn. Okay, what else are we special summoning? If he opened up the Theosis, you might lose. If he didn't open up the Theosis, you're kind of chilling. That's just what it is. Continuing on, of course, the 1 Smashers. Smashers kind of good. Nothing to say. Smashers is Smashers, of course. Continuing on with the 1 card that I have in rare, and it's still like a $2 card. It's Sign and Mining. Oh my god. I think like the supers or the ultras might be like $4, and it's like not that much of a difference. It's kind of crazy. Foolish Burial to help you combo off in case you need to set your Water Enchantress, or in case you need to set, of course, Sand Angler. One of the best cards to send in the deck, of course. You open up Faithful and you open up Foolish. You can have Brave Package negate, and depending on what else you had in hand, you can have full combo. Going on, call by, yep, 51 card deck and still playing call by. Call by, nice little, it's just a nice little card to open up. People get cocky, people don't expect it, I guess. I don't know how they don't expect a call by, but they would expect a cross out. Like, you know, it doesn't make sense, buddy. Continuing on, double cross. Yes, double cross, such a good card. It doesn't have a restriction, it just special summons a monster from your graveyard, or I think your opponent's graveyard too. You see, the crazy thing is that I only use one effect and one effect only, which is to revive my Toad and get another negate going. Like, that's literally it. That's it. What's the point on playing cross out if it's not for that? I tried going in depth as much as possible for the main deck, but now let's wrap up the extra deck, and then I am gonna swiftly run through my extra deck. Okay, so I set that backwards. I'm gonna run through my side deck swiftly. Triple Nibiru, because hate Kashtira. Triple Book of Eclipse, because you hate Kashtira. And triple Evenly Matches, because you hate Kashtira. Plain and simple. You also play all 9 of these for a lot of other decks that abuse everything else that Kashtira abuses, of course, which is special summoning too much, setting up a big board, or setting up a bunch of monsters that are going to do no negates, but just like banish your stuff, like Mirror Jade. For going first, of course, Anti-Spell, Anti-Barrier. People, I was told Anti-Spell wasn't good this format. Do you know how many power cards, power spells Kashtira plays? Go watch my stream. Last match, I won because of Anti-Spell. I did exactly what I told you guys in combo-wise, where I popped his Fenrir, returned the Unicorn, and I had an Anti-Spell face up on field. Theosis who? Theosis who? Nobody's Theosis. No, dude. Unicorn with IP can't be popped by card effects, blah, blah. You're nasty, bro. Continuing on. That was side deck. Side deck's nasty. Side deck's cool. You already know. But now extra deck. Extra deck is what really people want to see here, right? Extra deck, of course, running through it kind of smoothly. Ooh, what is that? Of course, YuGiOh. Why? Normal summon gadget, like away gadget, special token. That's it. Plain and simple. That's it. That's it. I actually have had a lot of opportunities to go, what is it? Gadget and link it away into with another monster, and then like make YuGiOh follow up turn later, and it's so good. It's so good. Sprint should be a staple. People should expect it. Oh, my extra deck is out of order. Oh no. It's okay. It's quickly fixable. Cool. For the next two, for the next three actually, because I do still have this card. I play Sun Summoner. I play Bujinki and Marinsas. Summoner is the card that I can say that you guys can cut. Don't need it. I didn't find it useful. Unnecessary. It's nice because you can discard, and in theory you can bring back let's read this card. Once per turn, quick effect, you can discard one card, then target one thunder in your graveyard and accept the link monster, special summon it to summon this card points to. Nice. Special back blue, search jet, go on, right? It's fine. Discard angler combo. I just haven't found the right moment to use it. I don't know if it's just me, but I haven't found it. That's just my personal opinion. IP Masquerena to wrap up all my Link 2s. Bujinki came in clutch. Bujinki, of course, gets me Mosquito. Can also give me Djinn, sorry. And Giant. It also made me a Totally Awesome Wince, which was kind of nice, and I really liked that a lot. But besides that, it's a great card. I see why it's expensive, but I don't think it's worth the money that it's worth. It's good, just not that good. At least not on this deck. Continuing on, Marinsas, Coral, Anemone. Yeah, Marinsas, right? Good card. I found a way to be able to, of course, pilot the deck through a combo that I did not know what I was doing. and then still managed to make this with 2 beavers, bring out the swap from grave, had a swap on field, and then made a toad. Continuing on for the rest of the links, Unicorn because Unicorn bounces, Access Code Talker because Access Code wins games, and Avermax because a lot of people can't get over Avermax. People who do not read, like people from Master Duels, will play into Avermax. Had a guy who crashed into an Avermax, took 3K to the face, and then wondered why. Let's continue. Toad. Toad's nasty. Toad's not that amazing anymore because it's just not easily as recyclable, but it's still good. You want to be able to set up the negate whenever you can. Mosquito OTKs, and it gets you games. This card is nasty. You can still attack monsters in defense, burn them for the attack. Put your monsters in defense, why don't you? Degen, of course. Double Giant. Haven't found a real reason to still play 2 right now. I think it's fine. I'm going to continue to play it for the next week at 2. But if I can at least go a whole tournament, 5 rounds minimum, where I don't summon out 2 of these, just a whole tournament, I'm cutting one of them. That's it, plain and simple. Moving on, continuing with the last card, DPE. You guys really thought I was going to get to the very end and not show a DPE whenever I had Fusion Destiny, Dasher, and Celestial in the main deck. I would have been like, oh, psych, guys, you know, Apolloso. What? No. DP, nice, good, pretty card, wins you games. You can literally control games with just DP. DP can actually, for the people who don't know too well, can actually just get you games, man. If you don't know how to play properly against DP, you're gonna lose. I had a guy playing Branded. He adds a Bestial to hand. Doesn't even just draw it, just opens up a Bestial. He goes Lebellion at Bestial, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna pop everything else on field that I have except for DPE, and you're gonna wonder why. And then I ended up still Celestial, draw 2, Dasher on draw phase special. It's crazy. People have really forgotten how to play against DPE. Deck is gas. I like it a lot. Let's go ahead and wrap up this video. Alright guys, before we continue with today's video, I wanted to make sure that you guys knew about my newest giveaway, which is for this BLS Funko Pop. I am very excited to announce that at 2,900 subscribers, I will be giving away this pop. There is a video already up on my channel. The link will be down in the description. Make sure you guys go comment, I want the BLS pop, I want the BLS, in order for you guys to be able to enter this giveaway. Thank you. Alright guys, so as you guys know, I'm a really big fan of DP. I used to play Verde Anaconda super heavily. I was literally known as the one guy on the team who used to just splash Red Eyes Fusion Dragoon, DPE into almost every deck whenever I could, and it's true. I think that those are really good cards, and whenever you had Verde, why not? Especially if it's something super easy where like you get interrupted all the way. Well, you play as much as you can, you get interrupted at the very end, you end up having 2 monsters on board that are effect monsters, and then you made Verde. I think in theory that's what Fusion Destiny is allowing me to do here. It's allowing me to just play as much as I can, and if I get stopped, I get stopped. I also had an opponent, I think it was either Imperm Effect or Giant something, I can't remember. My Giant, sorry. And then I just went Fusion Destiny because Giant was negated. You see what I'm saying? Like, gas. I like the deck a lot. I really think that you guys should definitely give it a shot. I think maybe 51 is a lot of cards for a lot of people. If you guys want to go for 60, I think I can come up with a list pretty soon. But if you guys want to go for 40, I think that either cutting the DPE package down or completely out would probably be the best way to do it. I don't recommend cutting out Brave, and I don't recommend cutting out any of the Spright cards in here because I feel like they get you there. My personal opinion, let me know what you guys think. This is your boy Ed from TV True. I already know this deck is gas. I just got 4th place at my locals. Not great, of course, but I still got some packs, and then I pulled at the Theosis third place ends up also pulling a Theosis. First and second didn't, so kind of gas. I liked it a lot. Not rubbing salt in the wound. I just think that it was cool that us lower placements got good grades. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Don't forget that I have a Facebook group called YuGiOh Elite Savij. If you guys want to join us, all you got to do is just click the link down in the description. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to join our Elite Savij family. And I'll see you guys on the next video.